Chapter 24. Chapter 24. Doctor, give me a dose of poison. Once the 18th century physician Goto Konzan was visited in the middle of the night by a young woman who had recently married into a merchant's family. Doctor, she said distractedly, help me, for, for pity's sake. I have to have a dose of poison. The doctor sensed that something was very wrong. What for? He asked. I want my mother-in-law to die. The animosity between the two women was well known. Konzan gauged the situation and decided that if he refused her request, the desperate young woman might well take her own life. I see, he said. Very well. In a short time, he handed her 30 packets of medicine with this calm explanation. If you poisoned her all at once, people would know right away. You would be crucified and I would be beheaded. So here's what I want you to do. Give her one packet a night for 30 nights. I have adjusted the dosage so that on the 30th night she will drop dead. The young woman thanked him with relief. As she started to leave, he added a word of advice. You have only 30 more days to endure. During that time, I suggest you feed your mother-in-law her favorite food. Speak to her kindly and massage her arms and legs. From the following night on, the young woman did as Konzan had recommended. On the 30th night, she massaged her mother-in-law as usual. Afterwards, the old woman sat up, placed her hands on the floor, and bowed her head low. My dear, she said, I owe you an apology. I have been hard on you until now because I wanted you to learn the ways of our household quickly. This past month, you have been a different person. You have learned to show genuine consideration. I have nothing left to teach you. Starting tomorrow, I will step down and leave the household in your capable hands. The young woman realized her mistake and rushed to Konzan's house, full of repentance. Doctor, she implored tearfully, on her knees, help me, for pity's sake. I have to have an antidote to the poison. Please make some right away. Don't worry, said Konzan with a chuckle. What I gave you was harmless, just buckwheat flour. I think this story might have been played on stage many times in the history of Japan because so dramatic and depicts human nature so well. Since I read this story for the first time, I have been wondering why on the very 30th day, her mother-in-law confessed everything to her daughter-in-law. It was just the last day. What a coincidence! I was always wondering, did it really happen? It looks like a made-up story, but I realize. I think the Dr. Konzan secretly told this mother-in-law that she should apologize to her daughter-in-law on the 30th day because for the past many days the young woman had changed so much. Maybe the mother-in-law confessed this to this doctor. So the doctor must have suggested she should do this and that. And then the mother-in-law followed Konzan's advice and apologized to the young woman. That's why it just happened on the 30th day. But anyway, the young woman followed doctor's advice and very faithfully and joyfully. And I think she did it meticulously and maybe from the bottom of her heart. Of course, intention was originally bad, but she faked it from the bottom of her heart. So even if the intention was very bad, the action was really good. Feeding her favorite food and give kind speech and give massage to her arms and legs. What she did was just a role model of a daughter-in-law and the bride to the merchant's house. So yeah, there's a lot of important message. Because human beings make judgment just by their appearance, so the speech and the karma of the body, if the behavior is good, that is everything. So instead of Buddha's wisdom with the Buddha's eyes, intention doesn't matter at all. The speech and the physical action matter the most, and only these matter. So Buddhism is much more profound because it puts most priority to the karma of the mind. But on our day-to-day lives, our appearance is most important. So in a sense, we need to brush up our behavior first. And then, little by little, karma of the mind will follow. There are a lot of things to say, but that's I wanted to share in regard to with today's story. So good job, everyone. So have a good evening and see you next time. Bye-bye.